Hey, everybody, it's the Brightside with Mikey and Rachel. I'm Rachel.
I am Mikey.
And this is the podcast where we talk about Lindy Hop, our opinions, and basically whatever else we feel like. And we did record last week, like we had said, and Mikey's Zoom did not.
A Zoom is a recorder. It's an audio recorder.
We lost part of the recording, so now we have to re-record.
Basically, we lost the
twice.
last 15 minutes of the podcast, and those were the golden 15 minutes.
There were always the golden 15
There,
minutes.
we literally
the ones that you
we
lose.
literally explained the meaning of Lindy Hop as it pertains to life.
And not only just the meaning of Lindy Hop, but the secrets to Lindy Hop.
You might say the secret sauce of Lindy Hop. The secret.
The secretos.
Oh.
Ole!
You were so good. It was so good. It was on point, and then you said ole, and then it became racist.
Los secretos. Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
How's it going?
How are you doing? Okay, full disclosure. I started taking more of my weight supplement weight supplement stuff called Hydroxycut. Basically, it's the stuff that killed Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah.
I use taking like one little pill, and it says to take 2 twice a day, so you're taking like 4 a day. So I'm only taking 2, and it gives me so much energy. And so during classes, I'm like,
Have you gotten really skinny yet? Are you losing all the hydroxy?
I mean, I'm doing something. It does curve my appetite. Like the other day, I took it and like I started eating. And I was like, I'm full.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so that's what it does along with exercise. And I started doing a shit ton of yoga. Like I've done it like 5 days in a row. My shoulders.
Doesn't it make you feel so good?
It does. It does make you feel like right after. Like it's really good. I guess it's endorphins, but like.
But not only that, like I noticed that when I do yoga consistently for like a month or even just like a few weeks in a row, I can really feel the flexibility increase in my body.
Yeah.
Which makes my body feel better throughout the day.
Yeah, but I'm still in like the non
phase 1.
Yeah, like where like everything is just a little bit sore, which is nice. I like the soreness. I really appreciate it because I'm like, okay, I did some good stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, but don't hurt so much. Why you gotta hurt me?
Yeah, but don't hurt me. What are you like going to a yoga studio? Or are you doing it on YouTube?
No, I just do it by myself. I put on music and I start stretching.
Oh, you don't even like do a video. You're just like, this is a yoga pose I know.
Yeah, I've done enough. I feel like that I'm like, okay, well, whatever I feel like, as long as I do it on both ends, and as long as I hold a position that feels comfortable. If I do something that doesn't feel comfortable, then I'm like, okay, that's not a good one. So then I move on to something else that seems relatively comfortable. Like there's like, I'm pretty sure it's called like Ashtanga, and it's like the most basic. It's basically where you like
Ashtanga.
Yeah, that's what I said. Ashtanga.
That's not what you said.
Ash Ketchum.
No, that's not what you said.
Gotta catch them all. So you go from up, and then you go all the way down,
Stupid.
and then you do like the poses there, and you come all the way back up, and then you do like one more pose, and you come all the way back up, and you do another pose after that. I'm just adding on top of it. So then I do like 45 minutes of that, and then like I get to basically Warrior 2.
Yeah.
And then like that's 45.
And then you're like, I'm the king.
Yeah,
and then you sit down and that's the end.
No, I do 45 minutes. And so that's like straight up 45 minutes without thinking. Like I let like a playlist play. And then so the last 2 songs, so the last like 5 or 6 minutes, like I'll do stretching on the ground, like child's pose and like pigeon toad.
Okay.
and then I don't remember the fucking names. I don't care.
It's called pigeon.
Okay, pigeon toes. And
do you feel like you're relatively disciplined with pushing yourself when you work out?
No, I do enough to get me sweaty, and then I just can maintain it. I just try to keep an even level. Like I don't try to push myself to like try to build muscle. I try to just kind of like lean. So
because I notice when I do yoga, if I'm doing it by myself, I end up doing more like stretchy poses than stuff that really makes me work hard.
I mean,
and so I need to follow a YouTube video or be in a physical class in order to push myself very hard.
You know what? You're totally right. Like you need someone to remind you in your head. And I feel like I've done so many beach body videos and like
I've done so many beach body videos. I've like worked out so hard for this awesome beach bod and my surfboard abs and my Jesus butt.
And your Jesus butt?
Yeah.
It should be like
because Jesus had a tight butt.
Should it be
I don't
like
know.
Jesus abs and like and Oakland booty?
Jesus had great abs too.
Yes, exactly that.
Cool.
No, but I mean, I could hear like freaking their voices in my head to remember, like hold my abs in, or like clench my butt, like stuff like that, and that helps.
Bruh, hold your abs in and clench your butt. That way, you'll get a total beach bod.
Were you in one of them? Like that was exactly what they say. Like exactly.
That's exactly what they say.
What they
well,
say. You're just like a genius.
It's
you know
summer
that?
here again in
You're like
California,
the cutest person
so.
in the room.
Mikey, thanks. I am so cute, aren't I?
No. As long as you think so.
I do think
Okay,
so.
good. Yeah, it's getting cold. I heard it's like 90 something out there for like Thanksgiving.
It's really hot. It's like it's stupid. It's just like stupid outside.
It's below.
I don't know how else to explain it.
It's below 10 out here, so it's like close to like 50, low 50s here in Madrid.
Oh, that sounds nice and crispy.
I know, it's nice. It's like, it's funny because I go outside in the daytime, and it reminds me of like of Southern California in the winter, or what I would say the winter,
Yeah.
which is like sun is shining, but it's really cold. So it's like, yeah, we
Yeah.
can put on our jackets, but right now it's not.
Yeah, a light sweater.
A light jumper. I had Starbucks the other day. And
wow, that sounds exciting.
And it was.
You thought of me?
No, not at all.
You were like, I thought the opposite of you,
Yeah.
which was nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, I thought of nothing. I don't know. I saw it. I went to the movies. I went and saw Justice League. And,
Oh, yeah?
And like I had tons of time to kill, so I was like, okay, I walked all the way up there to the movie theaters, and on the way I was like, oh, Starbucks. Oh shit! I got super excited because it's like fucking crack that the candied drinks that they have. And I totally.
Oh, you mean the candy?
Yeah, I totally had. I mean, it's candy drink. It's candy drink.
It's candy.
It's candy drink.
It's liquid candy.
Yeah, and it was so tasty because it's like, I don't know, like it's
corn syrup and sugar.
It's so much not corn syrup because we're not in America, so they use corn syrup. So
They don't?
no, they don't. They use actual sugar.
Oh, really? That has to taste so much better.
It does taste really good out here. Yeah, the flavors aren't as intense, but they're like a lot smoother. Does that make sense?
Ugh. Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean.
And so I had one the other day, and I was just like, oh, it's so nice. And it was like nice and cool outside. So like for me, that right there was like the best part of being in Madrid in the fall.
What, did you get like a peppermint hot mocha? What, a white mocha?
Oh my God. How? It's like you didn't even know me. I got the toffee nut latte. I love that shit so much. It's so tasty. It's so tasty.
stupid.
I love it. And then it's like walking around out there. It's fine. And not all of us likes dark, dirty crap, so it's fine. Ooh, you know what?
I don't like dark, dirty crap.
I mean, it's basically the same thing. So
no, it's not.
so I see.
I am offended right now. It is not dark, nor dirty, nor crap.
I love how you get offended. I'm just like, it's fine, whatever. You can laugh at me.
Oh my God. So a quick story. I went to a Blue Bottle in San Francisco a couple weekends ago.
Right. For Fox City.
And the people working for Fog City Stomp, and the people working there were being a bunch of knuckleheads. So I told my regional supervisor.
What does knuckleheads mean? What does that mean?
Oh, it was like all sorts of small stuff, like
they were being shitty at their job, or they were just like not paying attention.
Yeah, they weren't paying attention. They were like dancing behind the bar, and I had like ordered a piece of toast and a couple of coffees, and they like didn't get my coffee right, and then they like my toast was just like sitting there for like 10 minutes before they smeared some butter on it and handed it over to me, which like when I got the toast, it was delicious. But like why it had to sit there for 10 minutes, I don't know. And then they made a Gibraltar for Brett. And after they made it, they were like looking at it for like 2 minutes to decide whether or not they should send it out, like whether or not it was servable. And then they sent it out, which is like extremely offensive to me.
Obviously.
working for the same company. Like, if you have to even think about whether or not something's servable, it means it's not servable. You know what I mean?
Sure, why not?
You don't know what I mean.
No.
Look.
No, because I don't even know what a
okay,
Gibraltar is. It's a place in Spain.
A Gibraltar comes in a Libby Gibraltar glass, like a shots glass, like a 4-ounce glass.
There you go.
You know what I'm talking about?
Now you're speaking my language. 4-ounce glass. That I get.
2 ounces of espresso, 2 ounces of steamed milk at 120 degrees, which causes the milk to become very buttery.
So it's a fancy latte?
It has yeah, I mean, you could think of it as like a very tiny latte. One could. It's also commonly known as a cortado, but some people put like sugar in cortados. It's like a whole thing.
Cortado.
Anyway, cortado. Anyway, it just bothers me. I take pride in the coffee that I serve, and I am not ashamed to say that, like, I am a very good barista because I care about the coffee that I serve, and it bothers me when I go to another store in my company and they all know that I work for the company and then they serve me a shitty drink.
Yeah. I get that.
That's unacceptable.
I get that. That's totally yeah, that's totally shit.
Unacceptable.
That's totally shitty. Which is why I like it when I bring up Starbucks, because it has nothing. It's like saying In-N-Out and McDonald's are the same thing. They're not.
They're not.
They're not.
And people get offended by that.
I don't know why. I'm like, they're not. They're not the same. It's like in totally two different
They're
leagues.
just like not even the same. Like, I don't even really consider In-N-Out to be fast food.
Yeah, it's like
it's like a step above.
The only people in In-N-Out level is like In-N-Out and like Shake Shack.
Yes.
Which is
agreed.
I know what I'm saying, and I know how I'm gonna say it, and I know what it means. I like Shake Shack better.
I haven't had Shake Shack yet.
It's I think, I don't know, something about it is really tasty.
I just haven't had any reason to go over there.
Maybe it's I think it's twofold. It's just, one is I've gotten so used to In-N-Out. Every time I have In-N-Out, I'm always like, oh my God, this is so good. Like, oh my God. But when I have Shake Shack, it's like, 'cause it's so different, or like it's the same thing but like a little slightly different. You're like, holy crap. And then on top of that, like, their fries are just so much better.
Oh.
Their fries are really good.
Well, maybe I'll have to go try it sometime. I don't usually eat like a burger and fries.
No, neither do
for
I.
Fun.
No, neither do I. Neither do I. Like, it's
I
definitely
never
something.
eat it for fun. I eat it for life.
That's how you drink coffee.
That's how I drink.
So I
drink coffee for pleasure.
I was in London, and my cousin took me to a place. He's very coffee oriented as well, and he took me to a place in London called the Dark Arts Coffee.
Yeah.
And the place is like,
funny.
yeah, the place is all, it's, there's a lot of places like this in London where it's like, they have the overground, which is like the train that's overground. And they have lots of bridges, and the bridges like make this, like, they're all built almost the exact same, and they all have these like huge arches, right?
Right.
So to like take up better space, people started buying those properties, those arches, and like making like factories or like whatever. I mean, it's like the equivalent of like having like a office park.
Okay.
And so like they built these places, and some people make restaurants in there. And so one of them is this place called the Dark Arts, and it's called the Dark Arts because they have like satanic shit all over the walls, and like B movies that are like Satan's hell childs of two-wheeled motorcycles, and they have like all the Time magazines with every like cult leader that's ever been in the last 20th century. And it was like, ooh, it's like, haha, they're so removed from everything American. All those people are American. Okay, I'm gonna look away. It was pretty, but their coffee was really, really good. It was
good.
It wasn't bitter. Like the times that you've always taken me out, it's like been so extremely bitter. I haven't been able to fully enjoy it. Like, I can appreciate the taste, but this one, the bitterness was less, and it was just coffee. It wasn't like anything crazy. Like, it was like a drip coffee, and it was something about it was like, it was bitter, but that wasn't like the main part. There was like a sweetness behind it.
You know what's funny though? Is like, you're really into whiskey. Mm-hmm. And you can drink whiskey straight, but you can't drink a cup of coffee straight.
I can,
but it's like the same thing.
I can. I think your analogy is actually really good. It's more like I can have bourbons and whiskeys because those flavors are really tasty. But when it comes to Scotch, that is like a little more oaky or smoked, like it's too much for me.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. Like I think if you were to drink whiskey or scotch, like you'd probably drink scotch because it has that more bitter bite to it, a more bolder.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, because it has that.
It's bolder.
It's bolder. You know, like, and this place was really, really. I was like, I actually thought of you, and I was like, oh, I wonder what Rachel would think of this place.
I do wonder what I would think of that place.
Yeah, I totally forgot.
Also, I just want to say that we have a single origin on the bar right now from Myanmar, and it tastes like fruit punch. It's like super sweet. It's not bitter at all.
I don't know what that means.
Fruit punch?
Yeah.
You know fruit punch?
No.
Yes, you do. Have you ever had fruit punch in your entire life? Of course you have. You're an American. Don't be stupid.
Oh, I love messing with you today. It's just so easy now. Why? Okay. Tell the people, why are you so irritable today?
I'm not irritable.
Why are you so tired today?
I'm just tired.
Go ahead, vent, because we're holding these people captive right now, so they're gonna listen to whatever the fuck we want right now.
No, I've just been super busy. They're like all good problems. I'm like working a lot and going on a lot of auditions and going to a lot of classes, and like all that stuff is great, but then I don't have any time to myself. Like I don't even have enough time to sleep like 8 hours a night, you know? And like I hardly get to see Brett, although I get the next 2 days with him. Yay! But because of Thanksgiving. But I like haven't done my laundry. I haven't cleaned my house. Like my house is a wreck, and it would be nice to like have those things taken care of and like put, you know, like something I don't have to worry about. But there are things that I do have to worry about because now it's like, you know, like, what am I going to wear?
Yeah, exactly.
Dirty pants again? Ew.
Ew, who would even... Okay, this is fine.
Ew. But and then, like, the problem is that, like, you know, I wear my pants to work and then I spill, like, waffle batter on my pants, or I spill, like, milk on myself, and then I'm like... Yeah, you know, like these are not clean anymore because when milk dries in your clothes, it smells awful.
What was something really awesome that happened to you in the last week? Like really, really cool.
Yes, I had my first theatrical callback. Yeah. Did I tell you about this?
No, but I wanted to catch you up on your own Brightside before we got to the end of the Brightside today.
So last week I had this audition. It was a self-tape, and I was like I thought it went well, but it wasn't like super great. Like it was all right.
Yeah.
And then I got a call back, and they wanted me to meet with them in person, and they like sent me an additional script and plus the one that I had already submitted for my self-tape. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, you don't have to have it memorized, but just like be familiar with it. But I was like, no, I'm going to memorize this. I went in and I slayed it. I was like a samurai in there, like chink, chink. Maybe. Like left and right, swords everywhere. It went super well. And they were like, oh my God, thank you so much. We want to know like how you relate to this character. And I was like, oh my God, let me tell you.
Cutest person in the room.
My relationship with my mom is like the exact same. And they were like, oh, thank you so much for sharing that. Oh my gosh, it was so nice to meet you. And then they like shook my hand. And then I like left. And I was like so excited that when I walked out into the waiting room, there was like another girl waiting to go in to audition for the part. And I like flashed her this big smile like, ha ha, sucker.
You did.
Try to be that one.
Yeah, you did the stereotypical like audition girl that like, hey guys, I just want you to know that like I hope you do great today, but you can just go home really.
But you can go home. I mean, it went really well. I don't know if they're gonna cast me. I don't think it films until April, so it might be a couple months if I do hear back from them. Mm-hmm. And like obviously getting cast in it would be amazing, but I felt like it was a win either way. I was like very proud of myself.
That's good. See, the hard work is paying off. That you could have that confidence to go in there and be like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really nervous going in there anymore. Although I haven't, it's not like I've auditioned for like a network yet or for
Right,
like
right.
a major movie
But
or
still,
director or something.
I think there comes a point where you if you don't make it or you do make it, at least you know you did like what you wanted to do, and that's the
Yeah.
confidence that you can bring to it. I mean, it's just like dancing. It's like you just being comfortable where you are, and then it's up to them like what they're looking for and what they want. So it's
Yeah.
not really up to you. You can only do what you feel is your best at that moment, and that's what happens. So that's good. There you
Totally.
go.
Totally.
I
Yeah.
had a moment like that.
So, yeah?
Yeah, I just came back from a weekend in Sweden, and I did a Balboa event. I taught at a Balboa event.
Did you teach Balboa at a Balboa event?
I taught Balboa at a Balboa event, but I snuck in some Lindy Hop. Like they wanted some they wanted some elective courses. So I got to teach whatever I want, and I was like, sweet.
Secret Lindy Hop.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But I taught like L.A. Dean and Jewel stuff with with the wonderful, amazing Mo Sekhan, because she can kill that shit.
Yeah.
And so like we taught some of that stuff, and then we taught how to like come in and out of it between
Yeah.
Bal and some like really basic like 6 count stuff. But like the way Dean and Jewel did it, they did a lot like with like Bal techniques and Bal
They
movements.
did a lot of it.
They did a lot of it.
Dean and Jewel did a lot of
But
it.
I still get nervous, like going to big weekends, especially if I don't know what the people are like, because like
Yeah.
it's just nerve wracking. And then on top of that nerve,
Because you don't want to be judged.
yeah, well, no, I don't want to be judged. I don't want to not hit their expectation. I don't
Yeah.
even know if they have expectation, but I just assume they do. And I know it's stupid.
Yeah.
But I still like get in my head about it. And then on top of that, I had the like, oh shit, I have to teach Balboa. Like I don't do that so often. But like I was like, okay, but I'm confident in what I can do, and that's all I can give them. You know, like I can't give them, you know, like fucking Nick Williams or like Mickey Fortunesque, like but I can do me.
But also like only Nick Williams could give Nick Williams.
Exactly.
Like, no one else can give Nick Williams.
Exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. Like in your story, like you found that confidence to be like you did what you feel is your best at that moment, and like that's what I have to do. And I know I can get to that point. I can get to that realization as soon as I start teaching Lindy Hop. Like I feel so comfortable that I feel good about that. But like when it comes to Balboa, I still have to like I'm not at that level yet for myself. And but luckily, like everyone was so nice, and like the cool thing is they're Swedish and they're really good students, which means they're really quiet. So that means I get to be like this weird like American that comes into their class and wants to make them talk, and I make them talk at me
Hello, I am Mikey Pedroza. I am American.
because I can.
Welcome to America.
This is classic American accent.
This is classic American accent. We love vodka and borscht, and
I mean whiskey and hot dog.
I mean whiskey and hot dog.
Oh my god, it's so intense.
I love hot dog. It
Do love
is
hot dogs.
so it is total shit. But I like it. But I like it.
I mean, yes, exactly that.
But seriously,
I mean, let's be
it's
honest. Like,
so
when I go
gross.
into somewhere else, I think they're the weirdos, but I'm the minority at that point, and they're like, "You're the weirdo with the weird accent," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I am."
And you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah, it was.
I most certainly am.
It was really funny. It was really fun, because like the Balboa scene in general, like, and these people at the event were like relatively young in their dancing age, so everything we gave them was brand new to them. And they're very receptive to it. Like it's really cool.
Yeah.
And so we just were like, I just like looked at Mo. I was like, Mo, we're just gonna like do like crazy weird jitterbug shit. And she's like, yeah. But what do you mean? And I was like, we're just gonna like combine whatever the fuck we want. And just call it Bal or Balboa swing. Like, and it's like, okay. And so she like, how about this? And she combined a like Frankie kick. You know, like the end beginning of a swing out. You're like kick ball change, right?
Yeah.
And then she combined that with like a toss out. And it felt so cool, and it matched so well. And so I was like, she taught that to me, and she's like, hey, I've been playing with this. I was like, cool. I was like, let's fucking add that. And so we taught it the next level, and it was so much fun, and it was.
She lives
so
in
weird.
London.
Yeah, she's a London girl.
What was that? Your British accent or your Japanese accent?
Yeah, it's all the same.
Oh, okay. Cool. Good for you.
Thank you. I've been working very hard on it.
Hey, thanks for your effort on that.
I mean, I'm all about thanks, especially because it's Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving.
But guess what?
Are you celebrating
I'm
Thanksgiving?
celebrating it by myself. It's gonna be great.
Bum 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 bum.
It's sad and also
Bum,
great
bum,
that we
bum.
get our own jokes. We're like, yay, Arrested Development.
Hey.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So last year I got to celebrate it with a couple friends, and some of those friends aren't here, or they already have other plans, and I'm like, fuck, I can't get together with them, and I still have to teach tomorrow night. So I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, what am I gonna do? And then today I was like, fuck it, I want to make my own. So I went out looking for like easy recipes that I could take. So like I can't get like an actual big ass turkey out here. They just don't do that.
Yeah.
But I can get like turkey breast, and I was like, sweet. So I'll just get turkey breast, and like they look like cutlets.
Well,
right?
you don't need a whole turkey to yourself. That's
But-
like way too much food.
But like that's the fun part. Like you cooking a turkey. No?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, a turkey for one? Are you cuckoo?
A turkey for one is a cuckoo for two.
I mean, who's like, I'm gonna cook a 20-pound turkey just for me? Oh, look at me, I'm Mikey Pedroza, 20-pound turkey.
I was gonna say, I was like, me, Mikey Pedroza.
Me, duh. I'm Mikey Pedroza.
No, it's gonna be some cutlets, and I'm gonna cook it like the way I usually cook, like a fucking cutlets.
It's gonna be a little bit of deli meat, little bit of deli turkey,
Isn't that, that's what they call it?
some
Yeah,
mustard,
just some mustard. Cutlets.
cutlets.
Little
Cutlets.
Cuddles. Little cuddles. Little. Whoa. That'll play well for the podcast audience.
Sure will.
You guys all
It
missed it.
sure
You
will.
guys all missed it.
You guys can just imagine what I did.
They have no idea. They're all lost. They're all gone.
They're like, I don't know.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
Oh, wait. I'm so excited because I couldn't today. This is the end of the story. Sorry. I meant to go looking for everything, and I went to go look for ingredients, and I was like looking, and I couldn't find everything, so I got like really frustrated. So after lessons tonight, before I came on here with you, I went to another supermarket, and I found like all the cheeses that I want, so I'm at least going to make mac and cheese tomorrow.
That's cute.
Yeah. So I was like, good. I'm going to do that.
Aw, good for you.
I know. Mac and cheese is fun.
Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese.
Dude, it's good. It's good that you can repeat things.
That's good.
It's good.
I'm really good at the repeating.
I know.
It's a good skill to have. You know?
Just that straight up kindergarten level. I mean, you'll get there.
Yeah, one day.
You see and say.
See and say. Say and
What are
do.
you guys doing for Thanksgiving? You said people are coming over?
Emily Martin is coming over.
Full name.
And we're getting Thanksgiving takeout.
From where?
Half from Hyperion Public and half from the Bellwether. Both are like right next to my house.
I know. You took me to the Hyperion place. It was really tasty.
Oh yeah, I need to take you to the Bellwether because it's so good. Their French fries are like out of control. Good.
Is that the place where you and Juan got super drunk on mimosas one day?
No, that was at Hyperion Public.
Okay.
We're getting a deep fried turkey.
Oh, those are so good.
We're getting mashed potatoes, Brussels sprouts, carrots, stuffing. Emily's gonna make some cornbread, and I'm gonna make 2 pies. I'm gonna make a gluten-free pie for Emily. She wants me to make a pecan pie, and I've never made a pecan pie, and I'm a little nervous.
Do it.
Like-
That's my favorite
like
pie.
the-
That's my favorite pie.
Like
That's
the thought of
favorite
all
pie.
the caramelizing
That's
really
my
makes
favorite
me
pie.
nervous for
That's
some
my
reason.
favorite pie. It's my favorite pie. Make my pie. Make my pie. Make my pie.
Well, you're not gonna be here to eat the pie.
I know, but I'll live vicariously through you. It'll be great.
And then I think I'm gonna make Brett an apple pie.
Oh yeah, apple pies are a classic.
Oh yeah, apple pie.
I found-
Apple
so
pie,
there's
good.
There's again, you're so good at the repeating.
Just repeat it away. I'm just a repeating. Repeating's what I say.
Those improv classes are really paying off, I must say.
Oh, My improv team finally came up with a name. Well, we settled on a name. It's not even the name that we're sure about keeping.
Please
yet,
say the repeaters or something.
No, it's called Woo Woo.
Oh, I like it. I like woo woo.
Yeah?
I mean, it does repeat.
Woo Woo. It does repeat.
Just like that.
Woo Woo. I mean, I suggested 4 bitches and a dude, and nobody seemed to like that suggestion.
I mean, it would make you stand out in the crowd.
Right?
Yeah.
I know.
I did find a pumpkin pie out here at the one store called The Taste of America.
The Taste of America? That's hilarious.
But they have like a bunch of like imports. I mean, they're imports here because they're all U.S. brands and stuff. And I was like,
yeah.
Holy shit. It was really cool. They actually had whole turkeys, but they were like already cooked and like.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. Like it's like the.
I mean, it makes sense because people in Spain can't cook.
I didn't say that. You did. I didn't say that.
I did say it. I just said it.
I didn't say
but
that.
I said it pretending to be you.
Podcast public. I didn't say that.
I didn't say it.
I didn't say it. I didn't do it.
I deny.
But honestly, I swear to God, like if you make a pecan pie, you must make one for me. It is one of my favorite desserts of all time.
I like pecan pies too, but I've just never made one, so it makes me a little nervous.
I'm sure you could do it. It's not terribly difficult. I've looked it up, and I just have never. I'm not good at baking, so I burn things all the time.
Oh, I have a knack for baking. Did you see my cookies?
Is that a trick?
On
Instagram?
Instagram? Hello. No, I baked amazing cookies.
I mean,
look,
obviously,
I'll show you them right now.
Great for the podcast. Great for the podcast.
They were. It's great for the podcast.
Why don't we go ahead and stay silent until you search them?
No, we don't need to stay
it's
silent.
okay. Shh, just look
all
from
I'm saying,
Rachel, just
all I'm
Rachel,
saying,
Rachel, just go ahead.
Look at these. Do you see them? Here, I'll turn up the brightness. Whoop. Do you see them now? Wait. Hold on. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Do you see them now? Look at how I made those. I made those. The trick is...
Are you done?
I'll tell you.
No, you're not done. Sorry.
The trick is to take them out halfway through baking and then slam them down on the countertops so that they collapse in the middle. And then you keep doing that like every 2 to 3 minutes until they're done cooking so that you get like a crispy, ripply outside and then a soft, gooey inside.
That is a good idea.
I know. Thank you.
Jeez.
I acknowledge my greatness.
You are just like all over it right now. This is awesome.
On fuego.
You are what the Spanish call el fuego.
El fuego. I am en fuego.
No, you're not in fire.
En fuego. E-N.
In fire.
On fire.
Mm-mm.
En fuego.
Mm-mm. No.
With fire?
Yeah.
To fire. Anyway, Emily has this recipe for a chocolate bourbon pecan pie.
Yeah, those are really good.
I've never had one, but she wants me to make it, but I don't have the recipe.
I have a very special friend that makes it with SoCo.
Special friend?
Special friend.
Makes it with SoCo?
Yeah.
What's that?
Southern Comfort. It's a drink.
Oh, it's a drink. Maybe you've heard of it.
Maybe, I don't know. It's not coffee. I'm sorry.
Hey, Mikey.
Yeah?
I know you don't notice yourself,
yeah,
but
true.
I just want you to know
I mean, I pretty much
that
notice myself all the
everybody
time,
else notices me, okay?
Every time I look in a reflective mirror.
So
I'm pretty
why
sure
don't
I
you
look at
take a
myself.
look around
Uh-huh.
and see what's going on?
But what if I don't want to see what's coming around?
You need to open your eyes and listen.
But I can't open my eyes. It's actually a genetic thing. This is as far as I can go. I'm sorry.
Like, smell what's up.
I can't really smell right now because I'm a little congested. But I think I get what you're saying. I should be what the kids are calling woke.
You need to be woke.
I need to be so woke. I'm egg.
Yeah. Totally, absolutely. Yeah, so that's my Thanksgiving. Oh, and then Friday, because it's going to be like 1,000,000 degrees outside.
It was a
Brett and I
killer
are going to
segue,
go
by
to
the way.
the beach.
Killer segue.
Thanks. Brett and I are gonna totes go to the beach.
And you guys are gonna burn yourselves.
We're gonna go all the way down to Marina del Rey.
Uh-oh.
We're not.
Are you gonna take the
because
10? You're gonna
ew,
take the 10 all the way.
that's
You're
disgusting.
gonna take the 10 all the way to Marina Del Rey.
We're gonna take the 101 to the 405 down to Marina del Rey, right where you belong.
And park at
Right.
the other Coffee Bean, not the one on
We're gonna park at the other Coffee Bean.
not the
Okay.
one on Lincoln.
Not the
let's-
one on
let's
Lincoln
get-
because A, that's too far.
Let's get
Never
into,
go east of Lincoln. It's disgusting.
That is what they say, actually. Let's get on.
That is what they
Let's
say.
get on to the question of the day, because we don't have a topic today other than just kind of catching up.
We don't have a topic. We're just catching up because we haven't spoken in so long, you guys.
And
Except
Rachel's
for
gonna
last week until
continue
Mikey
repeating me.
ruined everything.
I know.
All right.
I know. It's my 1 to your 15, maybe. I want to say 25
My 15 what?
points.
My 25 what?
Points.
Points? Oh, well, I just win points because I'm so cute.
Technology
Anyway.
bit my ass this time, but not yours. Okay, so question of the day.
Comes from James C. Jordan. Hi, James. Sup, Jaime. He says, so my question is, as a student, should you be focusing more on technique or learning all the moves? And follow up, which do you feel is more important as a teacher/instructor? Thanks and love y'all do. Oh, and love what y'all do.
Reading skills on point today.
I thought he was gonna be like John Lennon says, "Love me do."
Wait, is that the name of the song?
Yeah, that's why
Love me
I
too.
said
You're right.
it.
You're right. I question
Love me do.
sometimes.
John Lennon says, "Please, please me."
I really thought you were gonna say like John Lennon says "Rubber Soul."
He did not say Rubber Soul.
That's a song though.
John Lennon says, "I am the walrus."
That's deep.
John Lennon
Oh
says,
God.
"Help."
I can't get out of this.
All right. Anyway, back to the question.
Back to the question. Okay, let's take it apart. There's like 2 questions, right? As a student, what should you focus on? Technique or learning all the moves?
I mean, I guess my question to you, Jaime, is what are you stronger at?
Yeah.
What's your weakness?
Yeah.
Do you even know?
Do you know?
Have you opened your eyes and
Have you-
listened?
Have you even tried to ask yourself that question?
You know, like war, disease, hunger. Just pick one, James.
Just one. I mean, do you even?
Just pick. Do you even?
Do you even?
Because sometimes I feel like you don't.
And sometimes I feel like you do, and I'm confused.
Like, what is it?
Sometimes you do,
A
sometimes you don't.
burrito?
Or is it a taco?
Cat? Or is it like, okay, now I'm in the Himalayas?
Okay, that joke went crazy. The technique or learning all the moves. I think honestly, like you were saying before you went on the bit, you were saying which one was your weakness and which one is your strength. And I think learning that first before you go into a class, or like once you start asking yourself that question, then you can really kind of start focusing on which side to go on. But there's not really a right side. So I feel like if you're stronger in thinking about technique, then you should try to learn the other side, like try to be a little more aesthetic and learn the moves and learn the shapes and what's going on with that. And then if you're good with like learning the moves and learning aesthetics and shapes, then you should try to like really focus on the technique, focus on what you're weaker at.
Totally.
But you know what's
Totally.
but you know what's hard at the same time, like in a different setting in this thing, because like, you don't know what setting it is. Is it like the casual student, or is it like the weekly student that's at some kind of studio or school, or is it like the weekend warrior that goes out to festivals and
The Weekend Warrior.
I knew you'd like that. That's why I said it. I was like,
It's a nice little phrase.
Thank you. You're welcome. So it was just for you. I just like it was like literal bait, just dangling in front of you.
Oh, thanks, boo. Thanks, boo boo.
Yeah, and
Boo boo go go boo.
sometimes I miss you. Other times I just want to
Sometimes I miss you, and sometimes I'm so happy I'm pretty much as far away from you physically as possible.
That was mean.
It just really makes that's me being you saying that to me. So I should be the one who has hurt feelings around here, okay?
Everything is always about you.
You get to be upset. I get to be upset.
Everything is always just about you and your feelings.
That's right. You can ask Brett.
I mean, at least you know. So at least you know you need to learn more moves.
I need to learn more moves.
So here's what I mean: the weekend warrior, right? The person going to festivals and learning a shit tons, like 10 hours worth of lessons or whatever.
Yeah.
The sad part is, and I think we know this, and we've become accustomed to it. Like when you go to those things, you're not going to remember every little thing that was told to you in those 10 hours because it's just an overload. So in that case, I would say, like building off of what you said, is go on your strength. Whatever you remember, whatever you really held on to from one class or one thing from every class, like work on that. And then the weaknesses will show themselves up a little easier because at least you're building the awareness and building the strength in what you already are good at.
Yeah. I have a couple things to say. First of all is I've noticed that when I go to weekend events and I take classes all weekend, that oftentimes I find an overarching theme throughout everybody's classes that are being taught, even if the subject matter is totally different or the teaching style is totally different or like what they're focusing on the class is totally different. At the end of the day, I can be like, wow, everybody this weekend had a strong emphasis on rhythm, or everyone had a strong emphasis on partner connection or having fun or stretch and release, or like whatever it is, you know? Mm-hmm. And then instead of like trying to remember like every single class and everything that was taught in every single class, I just think about like the overarching theme, and then I take that theme and take it home with me, and then that's what I work on
right on
for the next couple of months.
Instead of thinking, that's really cool, because like instead of thinking one or the other, you're looking at the whole puzzle instead of looking at the little pieces, like a technique or learning the move or whatever other way. You're looking at the whole thing and then trying to gain the knowledge from that. Like, okay, this is what I get from it.
Yes,
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. I like that. But that's like the weekend stuff, right?
That's like the weekend stuff. The other thing that I was going to say is that I don't know if other people's brains work like this, but I know for at least myself, like the less I think about what I'm actually doing when I'm out social dancing, and the more I focus on my partner and focus on like the music and the moment, the more creative I can allow myself to be.
Sure.
Because, like, if you're in your head, you're stifling all of your creativity and all your creative freedom. But if you just let it all go, then you're able to go places that you don't expect yourself to go a lot of times.
You know what's funny?
And I think...
Go ahead. No, go ahead. What do you think?
Oh, I was gonna say, I think, like, a lot of times people feel adults in general have a lot of inhibitions about how they are seen or how they're perceived or how they look in a moment, and you have to let go of those inhibitions to really find your freedom.
Yeah,
because that's where the true creativity will come through.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny is that I feel like you saying that is absolutely truth, and I feel the opposite. And I feel like that's like, well,
really?
Yeah, because like I can do that. Like, yes, absolutely. But I feel like, but if I think of it this way, then I have an idea and I can implement it. And I think that's the difference between like the leader and follower perspectives. A lot of the times, is the majority of the time is like I can start something and then because you're open to it and because you're more accepting of the ideas, that you can flow off that, and that's where the creativity starts to go through. And then I flow off you, and then we kind of go into awesome little things. And I think that could be one change or the other. Like we were talking about this tonight in a class tonight of like follows initiating a rock step, like whether they rotate or do a line or go to the side with a rock step. They initiate it, and the leaders are paying attention to it so much that they redirect based off of what the followers are deciding. and it was it was
Right.
a really cool exercise. It was even difficult for us to do it, and it was, but it was really fun because I was like, "Ooh, this is cool! Like this is like really going back and forth as opposed to me always initiating and then following through, and then
Right.
seeing what the follower does at the end to reciprocate. You know, like some of the variation maybe, or like they have enough time or whatever they add to it. But they start it, and then I follow through with it, and then we both have something at the end to say.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. I think we're gonna explore it just a little bit more. Like we just kind of started doing it randomly tonight, and then we're like, "Ooh, let's
Yeah.
flow off this." So it was really cool. But you know what's so funny about this is like focusing on technique or learning all the moves. Like this is really funny because I talked to this dancer from Belgium named Sepp, and he was talking to me. It's like a year ago. He was talking about how in his school, like they have like an introductory class that's for like however many weeks, and they teach you like the basics, like 6 count and 8 count stuff. And I'm not sure about all the other details, but he's like they teach you just enough to like get by with a little bit of everything, and then what they do is like they're like, okay guys, like the next level is in 2 different ways. One is focused, and the other one is just kind of like oh shit, what was the word he used? He's focused and casual.
Oh, interesting.
And focused is like learning more techniques and slower paced and like really trying to build a dancer. And the casual is just like, well, I'm just here to learn some moves and like have fun and just like something to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, that's really cool. Like, I don't know how much that would work everywhere, but like if people had an idea where they all started in this kind of like introductory level of like, let's say the first level, and then the second level splits off into 2 different things. We're like, oh, cool. And then you have the chance to like flip back and forth if you wanted to like take a, like however many weeks long is the second thing that you can maybe, okay, maybe that's not for you, and then switch over to the other one.
Yeah.
It's an interesting way to take it. Like, and I'm like, oh, cool. And in that case, like, you don't have to be focused on one or the other. You could just be like, I like this one, so this is my strength,
Yeah.
and this is what I really like, and go for it.
Yeah. Also, like, if a teacher is a good teacher, I feel like regardless of whether or not they're teaching you a move or not, you will also be learning technique within that class.
Yeah, a little bit. I think.
Because and the reason I say that is like, hopefully they're teaching you a move that is challenging you, which is going to challenge you in like all aspects of your dancing.
Wait, do you mean the focused?
No,
Or the
I'm just
common?
talking about in general.
Well, just in general. I mean, like, yeah, it depends. It depends. Like here in Madrid, like they have a syllabus, and I've talked about it a lot of times. But like it's so overcrowded that like sometimes you just have to blow through it, and I'm just like, they're just
Yeah.
like, but they're not getting it. I'm like, that's okay. They don't have to get it. That's kind of the point. Is that
Yeah.
they feel like they're getting somewhere because they're learning more things, and it's like
Yeah.
they're not going to be great at it, and that's kind of the point. Now, if I wanted them to be great at it, then I'm going to slow down and not finish this syllabus by the end of 10 weeks. They're going to be only learning 6 weeks worth of material. And the students
Yeah.
know. And sometimes they come up to me and like, why are we moving so slow? Why are we doing this? Like I see the Mario, which is a syllabus, and they're like, what about these moves? You didn't do these moves. And I was like, well, like we wanted you to become a better dancer. And they're like, well, we want to do this. And it's like, well, that's the way we decided to go. It's one of those things where it's like some people just want to do the moves and they don't care how it's done.
Yeah.
If we say it out loud, both leader and follower will hear the same exact thing and they'll know what to do. People were already dancing like that. Like we're the ones who over time start evolving it and start changing it and start wanting to do different things and adding our own ideas to it. And either way is fine with me. Like I don't give a shit, to be honest, anymore. Like as a
Yeah.
teacher, I might have a say in that, but sometimes like when I'm working under these conditions where I'm like, okay, well, I just need to blow through this syllabus and teach you these 5 different moves within 1 or 2 hours,
Totally.
So yes and no. And like I feel like as an instructor, what do I feel is most important is like it changes. It depends on the topic.
Love.
You didn't come on.
Just love.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go like with the John Lennon thing.
Twoo love.
Okay, that's a better one. Princess Bride is a better one, anyways.
Twoo love.
That's a movie you have seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
Oh, okay. Great. Thanks.
But as an instructor and a
Thanks
teacher,
for that.
I do what I can. And as a teacher or instructor, what do I feel like is more important? I feel like it's based off of two things. It feels off of like what I feel like what the topic of the class would be. Between me and a partner, or just me, it depends, and what the student's level or capacity of learning, or like what they already dance like. So it depends off those two factors. What I feel like, do they just want to learn technique? Sure, no matter what, they're going to learn some technique, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
Other times it's just like, you know what, they're working so hard and they're not achieving any goals. They're not making any breakthroughs. It's just not settling in there. So like, let's just change gears and like do like straight up candy. Like, let's just throw them like some really fun clappy, or like a mini dip for that, you know, like something that's really loud and something they can just hear and feel comfortable and feel good about. And then they leave the class. At least they go like, okay, I remember that part. And maybe they won't go back to the other thing that was really hard for them, even though I wish they would. And maybe one or two would go back to that because they find the challenge gratifying. But most of the time, they're gonna fucking leave that class going like, "Oh man, what was that clap thing that we did?" And like getting down low, like that's gonna be cool. Like I'd rather leave them with that better feeling inside them. So love.
So love is what I give them in the end of the day.
What do you feel like?
When everything else fails, I mean,
tell me what you really feel like in that voice.
What I really feel in this voice is that I definitely agree with you. I do like to teach candy sometimes, especially in my drop-in classes at Lindy Groove. I teach my 3 moves: send out, a swing out, and a circle. And then at the end of the circle, I let them do a little mess around. And boy, do they have a great time.
Oh, boy and girl, do they have a great time.
That's right.
I feel like you went into this like FDR thing, like Franklin Delano Roosevelt, like a
transatlantic.
No, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Like I felt like you sounded like all we have to fear is fear itself.
Franklin. Do you know Franklin?
Roosevelt.
Franklin Delano.
Delano.
Don't you know
Delano?
Delaheo.
Oh my God, that's like the perfect campaign slogan. Don't you know Delano?
Delanos. Anyway,
Bartlett for America.
Man, if only he knew us, right?
Oh man,
it's like we could have gotten him to win a campaign. Am I right or am I right?
We could have gotten him to win that 4th campaign, yeah, for sure.
You know, he could have been president of the United States had he sided with us.
Yeah, and had not had polio.
That's right.
But I agree with you, FDR Rachel.
Oh, you agree with me
Rachel.
agreeing with you.
FD Rachel. FD Rachel.
You agree with me agreeing with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like, I like, no matter what I'm teaching, I like to incorporate technique into it, at least a little bit, just so that they can have, like, an understanding of how it should be, how it should feel, you know?
Or how you should think of it. You know, like, it's like, because if it's how it feels, it's one thing. It's subject because it's the way you feel. It's not gonna. We're not gonna say that it feels that way for everybody, but at least they get your point of view. They get your point of view of how it feels for you. Because like how it feels to them could be just be like, I'm throwing my arm up in the air, or I'm like doing this kind of thing. Because our techniques are literally made up because that's what we feel like we're doing. But
because that's how my body moves.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not really built
Wiggly
on.
woo.
It's not really built on any good science other than like wacky inflatable wailing arm man.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. Oh god.
Oh, good for the podcast.
That was good. Good for the podcast. Yes, James. James, you know what?
I agree with
James,
you.
you know what? Like you can't do no.
Hey, Jaime. Guess what?
Jaime, you could do no wrong. As a student.
You can't do wrong.
As a student.
And as a person.
As a person, we could do lots of things wrong. As a student in dance class.
Except for you, Jaime. You are perfect in every single way.
Oh my god. You really want to hold on to that audience member. You're like, please don't go. You are amazing.
Please don't go. Don't leave me.
Rachel will give you cookies that she smashed with her own hands.
I smashed them with my own hands.
I feel like as a student, you can do no wrong as long as you go in there with like, okay, this is what I want to get out of the class: a technique or a fucking move. Great. And as a teacher or instructor, just know that not everybody's going to fall in line with what you want them to do, but you can do what you want, but as long as you also kind of give them what they want as well.
Totally.
And that's about it.
That's about it.
Also, thank you for loving what we do.
Thanks for loving we do, James. John Lennon says, love me do.
I feel like your impressions are getting quite slower
And
every
scene.
time. Just a little bit more.
John Lennon says,
If I can-
John Lennon spoke slowly
If I can give you a note for
and
your
with
future
intention.
acting gigs and impressionist gig that you will eventually have, is I wish that you would just kind of like, slow down your speech just a little bit more.
If you could slow down.
I mean, I feel like you're going so
That
fast.
would
Like,
be
I feel like you're just trying to
good.
rush through it and just get out of my face as fast as possible. But if you just stay there for a little bit longer, then you really capture an audience.
Oh, won't you stay just a little bit longer? Oh, please, please, please. Say you will. Say you will.
Okay. What's your bright side?
Wow. My bright side is that it's Thanksgiving tomorrow, and I get 2 days off with no classes, no work, no nothing. I'm just gonna enjoy myself and spend time with old Britty Boo.
Oh,
And we're gonna have a real great time.
It's like perfect timing. It's like perfect time with all the work you've done and everything, and all the feelings, all the feels.
Dude,
It's gonna feel real good just to hang out with Betsy.
I'm on fumes. I'm so pooped.
I feel you. But that's like the best part about it. Like, is that you're so pooped and this like big like 4 days are coming and you're just like, yeah.
It's not 4 days. It's 2 days.
It's a weekend.
I work on Saturday.
Oh, look at that.
Please.
Oh,
Let's not get carried away with ourselves here.
I've been in Spain for too long where it's like the weekend and everything shuts down.
Yeah, I mean, it's shut down for everybody else, but I still have to work because I work in food services.
I work in food.
I work in food services. I still
You see
do.
that coffee cup over there with the waffle? I work in that.
That's where I work.
Oh, you know what I want?
If I still work there, yes.
I want that waffle. That waffle you gave me last time. That was so good.
It's so good.
It's so
it's
good.
a
It's so
it's a traditional Liège waffle, friends, with pearl sugar in it, which is like it looks like the salt that you put on your driveway to make ice melt.
Oh, that sounds
Or like
that
snow
sounds
melt?
that sounds delicate.
I know it sounds gross.
It sounds
but
makes you want to eat everything
that's
now.
what it
off the
that's
ground.
what it looks like, and we mix it up into the batter, and then as the waffle cooks, the sugar melts
And
and
you smash it with your
caramelizes and
hand.
creates this crispy caramely texture on top of the waffle, which makes it so good. It's like really good, mate.
It was really funny when I came in and visited you. It was last year, I think, at the
It was a
at the
year
Blue Bottle
ago, yeah.
downtown.
Blah, blah, blah.
And you were like, get this one, and I was like, cool, let me have it with this, and you're like, no, you're gonna have it plain. I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, you were like, give me chocolate on top, and I was like, no, don't do that. That's stupid. It's stupid, and you're stupid.
Do you know that you fall into the accents, or did it just start happening and you go?
Or
with it?
yeah, no, I do it on purpose. I do it with every intention.
Remember, just slow down a little bit because I feel like you're speeding through these things.
Because you're just going too quickly.
You're just going too quick.
Not through this, but also through life.
Mostly through life, really. You just need to slow down.
But before you know it, you're going to be all crinkly and dead.
My bright side is that you just said I'm going to be crinkly and dead, so that's good. Actually,
So that's great. I'm just really stoked about that.
It's just really stoked about that. My bright side is actually I got to like I've been reminiscing about like the time I spent in London with my cousins because he just got a new house. And
you
it's
got
like,
a house?
yeah, he got three-story house in Hackney,
Jeez.
and it's really nice, and
That
it's like an
sounds
old
fancy.
school. Nah, it's not that fancy, but they're gonna make it fancy. So we're painting and
Wow.
everything, and it was really nice to hang out with him because he's like,
They bought the house.
yeah, their mortgage and everything.
Is real estate expensive there?
Yeah, because it's like London.
Cause it's like London, baby.
It's like saying that you bought a house in LA, like not LA County, like LA City.
Right.
It's like
right.
that. So hopefully the neighborhood around it is like popping up really fast. So like they're hoping that like in the next 10 years at least, that neighborhood will pop off as well. It's like, yeah, it's really crazy.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
Good for them.
And hanging out with them was really fun because like hanging out with my cousin, we're born in the same year, and all of our cousins on that side, my mom's side of the family, have like a twin born in the same year. So
Oh,
like
wow, really?
my older brother we have a cousin that is born in the same year, and then another cousin and Josh's sister were born in the same year, and we have two other cousins that are like born a year apart, but they're brothers. So it's really it's
Whoa.
really funny. And
That's
so,
wild.
Yeah, so like we all have like our twins, and so yeah, me and Josh, like we started dancing together. Like I started slightly a bit earlier, but like yeah, we went through a lot of shit together. Like we were the kids that our moms would dress as similar, and so
That's cute.
so people just assumed we were twins or brothers.
That's precious.
Yeah, it was really cool, and so yeah, it's really fun to like reconnect with him now that we're like in our 30s, and yeah, it was really fun.
Aw.
Yeah, so that was my bright side, and then my other little bright side for everybody is Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
I hope our American listeners are gonna have something really fun, and this is gonna come up hopefully while you're on your way to a Thanksgiving dinner or cooking or something.
And to our non-American friends, have a great day out there.
Have a great Thursday.
I hope you have a great Thursday. I hope all of your dreams come true. I hope you eat a great meal. I hope you have some fun tonight. Maybe watch a movie with some popcorn.
Oh, look at you! You're so cute. Cutest person.
I am the cutest.
You're the
aren't
cutest
I?
person in the room. Oh no, sorry, Charlie is sorry.
Chucky's going to sleep. Did you see my picture of her?
Nope, don't care. Don't even care.
We got this box for her.
Nope.
And by we got this box for
No.
her, I mean
No.
we got a box.
No, I don't wanna
We
hear
had something delivered to us in a box, and she sat in the box.
My eyes are literally drying up.
But she every time she sits in the box, she sits in it at a diagonal so that she's like sitting in the corner,
feel
and then
itchy.
she rests her nose perfectly on the edge of the corner
I
like
feel
this.
itchy. I feel itchy.
It's so freaking cute. We can post it on the Facebook page with everything so that all of you can see how cute she is.
I would
She's just
love
precious.
if you did that.
She's like a captain of a little tiny box boat.
If you do that, I will take it and I'll edit it to put like little things on there and weird
Captain
picture things
Chuck.
on there. It'll be really fun for me.
Chucky.
So everybody, thank you for listening for our recap episode, our catch-up episode. And
Sorry we've been gone so long.
I'm not sorry. It's okay. We
sorry that Mikey was without internet for over a month or like whatever. Like who does that? It's 2017.
We never
right?
promised them we would do it every week. We just promised them we'd do it.
That's true.
And we
That's
just
true.
like we promised we didn't say you'd learn.
That's true.
This is only for us to hear ourselves back every week.
That's true. That's true.
I wonder what those
That's
crazy
the real
Mikey
one.
and Rachel are up to. Let me just find out. We have listening parties just so we can listen to our own voices. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for listening so much. You can catch us on iTunes and Google Play Music, and also check out our Facebook page. Leave comments, leave questions. We love hearing from you guys. We absolutely love it because it makes us feel wanted, and it also gives us a great topics to jump off on.
Like us, love us, please accept us.
Yeah, and share us with everybody. And if you will go on Apple Tunes or Apple iTunes, and
If you go on Apple
if you go on that Apple Tunes or that Google Play Music,
Now, listen here. If you go on Apple Tunes and you find that Google Play Music, you press that little arrow that says play. You gonna hear our voices. we gonna play for hours. You hear? You sure will.
You know what's funny?
You sure will.
Is I just feel like like when you go into those things, it just vomit comes out. You don't even know what's actually happening. You just let it. The words come out. You just let the words come out, and you're like, they make sense. Keep letting it come out. Just let it go. Cleanse yourself from all the voices in your head. Thank you guys, everybody. We're gonna leave now because Rachel's got to go do more shit today, and I get to go to sleep.
Stuff to do. Oh, that sounds great.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Ready?
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.